Hi, I'm Richard from Glowing Embers, and in this video we're going to be talking about splitting wood, both splitting logs and splitting logs into kindling. So for this you will need either one of these axes or the cheaty way, which is a log splitter, an electric log splitter. The easy and cheap way is getting an axe. So this long axe here, that's for splitting large logs into this sort of thing. So just splitting them down, ready for seasoning. And this axe here is really for chopping already split logs down into kindling like this. And it's really easy to do, but you just got to be a bit careful of a few things. So splitting logs, you always go with the grain. What you're doing is splitting in between the grain of the logs. You can't split wood that way, it just won't work. If you hit an axe that way, it's not going to work. It has to go down with the grain of the wood. And often in a log, you can see, like in this one here, you can see there's a crack naturally in that log. That would go easy, really easy. So if I was going to split it with this, I could just knock it all the way down, and that would go really easily. If you're doing a lot of splitting like I am, investing in a log splitter is a great idea. It takes all of the hard work out of it. I would recommend a vertical log splitter over the horizontal log splitters. They're much easier to use, they're much more robust. This is an 8-ton log splitter. Anything really below 8 ton, 6 to 8 ton, you're really going to be limited in the size of logs that you can split. And what this does is this just comes down slowly but with a lot of force onto the wood and splits it open, and you can just do that again and again and split it down into a manageable size that can go into your stove ready for seasoning. So I can show you some logs being split by the axe, some logs being split by to make kindling with a kindling axe, and a couple on this. Okay, so when chopping a log, I like to put it on a couple of round pieces of wood. Just raises it up a bit, makes it easier. And the idea is just literally lift the axe over your head and let the weight of the axe, give it a bit of a pull to start with, but then let the weight of the axe come down to split the wood. You don't really need to be putting loads of effort into it, and just sort of aim for roughly in the middle. It sometimes takes a few goes to split a piece of wood. Sometimes it goes straight away, but there's something quite satisfying about chopping wood. When it actually goes, it's really satisfying doing it by hand, which you don't get by the machine. So this is roughly how to do it. I split it off into a small bit, which is a good demonstration. Now we can use that to make some kindling out of, really, with the smaller axe. What I would say is that when chopping wood, you just got to be a bit careful, especially when chopping kindling. It's very easy to miss, hit your hand, or sort of miss the wood and go through and hit your leg. So try and make sure you're not aiming the axe at your leg, you're aiming it at the wood. And there's a couple of ways of doing it with the kindling, because what you're wanting to do is chop this down into smaller and smaller bits, which makes it easier to knock your hand. So you can just knock the axe in like that and then move your hand out the way and split it, and you can do that over and over again. And it just, once it's this small, it splits really easily. And this is all great stuff for kindling. Now I've bought a bit of just untreated wood. So anything that you're working on around the house or the garden that's untreated is another great source of kindling. So this is just a little offcut being used somewhere. Again, you can just chop this down, but just make sure your hand's out the way every time, and all of this makes great kindling. So this is the easy way of doing it. If you don't want to chop them by hand, or if you've got lots of logs to do, and especially big logs, this is by far the easiest way of doing it. This literally just comes down when I press both of these handles slowly and splits it. There you go. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.